let's start!
Values are different for each person. These can be defined as ideas or beliefs that a person holds, desirable or undesirable. The variability in that statement is, first, what a person could value, and second, the degree to which they value it. Values may be specific, such as honoring one's parent or owning a home, or they may be more general, such as health, love, and democracy. Truth prevails, love thy neighbor as yourself are a few examples of general values. Individual achievement, personal happiness, and materialism are the major values of modern industry society. The first characteristic is values can provide standards of competence and morality. According to R.K. Mukherjee, values are socially approved desires and goals that are internalized through the process of conditioning, learning, or socialization, and that become subjective preferences, standards, and aspirations. A value is a shared idea about how something is ranked in terms of desirability, worth, or goodness. Okay, let's go to the second. Values can go beyond specific situations or persons. Values that are important to people tend to affect the types of decisions they make, how they perceive their environment, and their actual behaviors. These important values exerted much time and effort in fulfilling and achieving it. For a third characteristic, personal values can be influenced by culture, tradition, and the combination of internal and external factors. Values also learned early in life from family, friends, neighborhood, school, the mass print, visual media, and other sources within the society. These values become part of our personalities. They are generally shared and reinforced by those with whom we interact. For the fourth characteristic, values are relatively permanent. Like tattoo, values can be permanent. The values of a person or a culture may change, but most remain stable during one's person's lifetime. Socially shared, intensely felt, values are the fundamental part of our lives. Values can make us human. Values are often emotionally charged because they stand for things we believe to be worth defending. For our fifth characteristic, values change as experiences change. Our values are influenced by the task we perform at different life stages. At any given moment in our life, we have a set of abstract values that guide our actions. Like for example, we as a student, we value our education. That's why we spend a lot of time pursuing the degree we want to achieve. But after we graduate, we will become a teacher and it may add or change our values because of another stage in our lives. In addition to individual differences in values, there may also be changes in values as people age. For example, people may value excitement more when they are younger than older. For sixth characteristic, value can be different from culture to culture. One may value aggressiveness and others deplores passivity, another the reverse, and the third gives little attention to his dimension. This point has been explored and explained by Florence Clutch Cohn, 1949, in her studies of 5 small communities or tribes of the American Southwest. One society may value individual achievement as in USA, another may emphasize family, unity, and support as in India. Values can also be different even from person to person. We all know humans have individual differences. We maybe value kindness but other will not. Okay, let's move on. For number 7, inconsistent behavior may indicate of absence of values. According to M. Maralambos, 2000, a value is a belief that something is good and desirable. So if you see that a person do something differently that is bad or not accepted by the norms, we tend to say that he or she don't have values. Number 8, values influence people's behavior and serves as criteria for evaluating the actions of others. Our values are the basis of our judgments about what is desirable, beautiful, proper, correct, important, worthwhile, and good, as well as what is undesirable, ugly, incorrect, improper, and bad. It is defined as a concept of the desirable, an internalized creation or standard of evaluation a person possesses. Such concepts and standards are relatively few and determine or guide an individual's evaluations of the many objects encountered in everyday life. Our last characteristic, values have a great role to play in the conduct of social life. They help in creating norms to guide day-to-day behavior. Values are general principles to regulate our day-to-day behavior. They not only give direction to our behavior, but are also ideals and objectives in themselves. Values deal not so much with what is, but with what ought to be. In other words, they express moral imperatives. They are expressions of the ultimate ends, goals, and purposes of social action. For ending my video presentation, I want you to share this quotation to you. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destination. Life is filled with many obstacles, and sometimes it seems impossible just to stay afloat. With constant pressure on us to perform in school, keep up with chores at home, and also maintain our personal lives, there's no end in sight to life test. Every morning, many of us wake up with a sense of dread because of the inevitable stress we will have to endure. But if you shift your perspective a bit, you'll see that every day is another opportunity to change our lives. Every new day brings with it a chance to start anew and maybe see the light shining through the clouds. Maybe we go through hardships in life in order to fully appreciate the beauty surrounding us every day. And that's all for the video. And that's all for the video presentation. Thank you for listening. Have a great day!